pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Precious few games left before playoff time as the all-important playoff seeding starts to solidify. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights as a win here gives them the best record in the league. On the topic of the playoffs and the length of them, they call it the second season, Shaq. What do you look for in a playoff team as an indicator of their ability to succeed?
Well, we all live by this old montage, old adage, whatever it is. Defense wins championships. Defense is big. What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't hesitate to give a foul, prevent easy buckets, a.k.a. you got to touch them up.
Got to touch them up, but experience, to me, is probably the biggest thing. Because there's no way to understand playoff basketball until you're there. And so teams that shoot a lot of free throws also has a big advantage because guys get to the line. They know they could slow the game down when things are getting bogged down offensively.
That's what my old buddy Dick Versace used to say.
What?
You know what he used to say about free throw shooting? He called it the NBA's hidden way to score. You forget about free throw shooting a lot, don't you? The NBA's hidden way.
It's hidden?
It's hidden.
I would agree with that, Dick.
Yeah, the NBA's hidden way to score. That's just dropping a little Dick Versace knowledge on you. Let's go courtside.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. With that road trip behind them, the Cavaliers ready to perform in front of their hometown fans here in Cleveland. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And the confidence is at an all-time high for this group, knowing that they've won the two prior matchups. Get the win tonight, and they'll have the sweep of the season series.
Yeah, you know, Greg, the season series, being able to have those bragging rights throughout the summer is a motivating factor. But at the end of the day, it's just another regular season game for these guys.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson for 3. Al Horford with the rebound.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
That free throw missing. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Now here's LeBron. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Irving kicks to James. Cleveland moving the ball around. The drive by Thompson, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And it's the Hawks' ball. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, you've got to play the entire 4 quarters. I mean, they played well for 3.5 quarters. And that's just not enough. You can't expect to win if you don't play a full game. Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
Now, here is Smith. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Here's Horford. There's the pick. He feeds it to Sefolosha. Here's Korver. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach his true potential over the course of the regular season. Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
Now here's James. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Smith, the pass to Thompson. Down low. Here's Cowan. And that one is hammered home.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
Tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
Here's Irving after Kyle Korver's bucket. Kicks to James. 5 on the clock. Back to Smith. The shot. They get it back. Cowan passes to Irving. LeBron kicks to Irving. Feeds to Thompson. In the corner, Smith with it. Back to Thompson. The dish now to Irving. Kicks it out to James. There's the 3. Horford with the rebound. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Outside Korver. The pass to Millsap. The feed to Sefolosha. Millsap a screen. Sefolosha kicks to Korver. He dishes it to Teague. From deep 3-point range. Atlanta gets it back. Millsap passes to Teague. Sefolosha kicks to Teague. Over Irving. Goes up again. And Millsap with the layup. Millsap's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Irving with the ball. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Chicago. Thompson dishes to Smith. Lets the 3 fly. Can't hit. Korver with the defensive effort. Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. The shot misses. So Cleveland will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Here's Teague. J.R. Smith making his last shot. And Teague, here we go. And the layup is good. Teague's got his first 2 points.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Dishes it to Smith. He kicks to Thompson. Back to Smith. Pass to James. Shot off the pick. That's good.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Teague. Pass to Korver. Outside Teague. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Anderson Varejao checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trailing. James outside. Smith outside. Thompson passes to Irving. LeBron outside. 6 to shoot. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Hawks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Irving against T. Millsap a screen on Irving. And T, here we go. Here's Millsap. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Millsap's got his second basket of the game.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Now, here is Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Sefolosha with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Korver with the ball. That's good. And it's a 6-point Atlanta lead.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
Millsap misses. Cleveland's gone a meter 106 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Thompson outside. Back to Smith. Pass to LeBron. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. LeBron's got his second basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
There's a screen. Horford sets a screen for T. Shot off the screen, in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 5. Here's Varejao. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Varejao's got his first points of the night.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Williams in for Smith. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Sefolosha. Justin Holiday's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
The Hawks leading by 4. Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. The Hawks again can't hit.
Boy, that's a tough one. But he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
I'm not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
And here is Hardaway following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Hit by Horford. Your passes to Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He got right to the cup using that screen.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Kicks it to Varejao. He feeds it to Shumpert. Williams against Hardaway. Varejao dishes to Irving. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Feeds it to LeBron. Outside jumper. Pick by Varejao. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assisting centers and power forwards this year. Fifth best is Al Horford.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
And their teammates know to always keep moving on the perimeter because the ball will be coming back out to you if you work yourself free. You're looking at some of the masters of the kick-out pass right there.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by Anderson Varejao. Shoots off the screen. No good off the front iron.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
LeBron outside. The dish to Jones. It's tipped and stolen by Wright. Schroeder kicks to Wright. And here's Schroeder. 14 points from him the last game against Boston. The drive by James. Powered down with both hands.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Hardaway following the score by Cleveland. Back to Wright from the arc. Good. And Wright's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
James outside. Varejao with a screen on Wright. Clock at 6. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And the shot is good.
Tick for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hawks ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. He talked about the difference coaching abroad.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2, maximum 3 times a week. You know, here you could be playing 4 or 5 times a week, and your practice time is going to be limited, and your ability to change things is going to be limited. You know, adjustments can and will be made and should be made, but you got to be a lot more pointed.
And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. And there's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through 1.
Mo Williams out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Cowan in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Millsap misses.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Williams passes to Smith. Back to Thompson. Williams for three, so Atlanta will take it the other way.
And when things started to go wrong for him in that game, boy, did they ever in that game.
Greg,
Thompson outside. Smith right side. The screen from Thompson. Williams dishes to Jones. Again, the miss by Jones.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it. Excellent Wilksley by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Smith kicks to Williams. It's Jones on the wing. Now here's Thompson. Defense right on him. The pass to Cowan. The turnaround jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by one. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
For the Cavaliers, Matthew Dellavedova comes in for James Jones, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Williams. Atlanta also making some changes here. Al Horford's checked in for Scott. Cephalosha comes in for Darrell Wright, and it's Korver in for Dennis Schroeder. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Irving against Teague. The feed to Dellavedova. Passes it to Cowan. He dishes it to Smith. Lets it go. Cleveland gets it back. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And stolen by Horford. And now it's Cephalosha running. He can go all the way. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Smith the pass to Dellavedova. On the wing, Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Irving's got 5 points so far.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. You can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Dishes it to Dellavedova. Back to Irving. He kicks to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And it's Irving missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Korver gets a wide open look and a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Teague against Irving. Irving double team. Back to Thompson. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Atlanta leading by 3. Millsap dishes to Teague. Pass to Cephalosha. Takes the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Korver. Outside Teague. To the paint. Here's Horford. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Pass to Dellavedova. To the inside. Out to Smith. Looking to end the run. There's his third field goal. Now he's made half of his 6 shots.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted. He's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for the Cavaliers. LeBron comes in for Smith. Here's Millsap. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Here's T. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it from the elbow. And too long on the shot. The Cavaliers trail by 3. LeBron with it. Picked up by Teague. LeBron drives in. 3-pointer. Dellavedova. Good. And the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Korver kicks to Teague. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Nice D from Varejão.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
On the wing, James. Back to Irving. Thompson passes to Dellavedova. Outside Irving. Rejected by Nelson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. With the break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been dialed in defensively this month. In the 3rd spot, the Hawks.
Kevin, who says that good defense isn't fun to watch? This has been impressive. The last few weeks, they've been able to get after it and be active and come up with more steals than normal.
Here's the screen. Picked by Horford. And Teague, here we go. Horford missing again.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Kicks it to Dellavedova. Irving against Teague. Irving dishes to Thompson. 3-pointer, Dellavedova. Shot is off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Teague. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out when the game is slowing down for him.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. And then for Atlanta, Scotty's checked in for Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Cephalosha. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Kyle Korver. On the wing, Shumpert. Down low, here's Thompson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one. And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more. And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Outside jumper. He feeds it to Varejao. And Shumpert kicks to Thompson. There's the screen. The dish to LeBron. There's the three. Shumpert, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Back to Teague. To the middle. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Teague. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
James kicks to Varejao. Now Irving. 5 points in the game. In the corner, it's James. Misses off the right iron.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by James. Teague can't hit.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Again, Shumpert missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Teague. Here's Scott. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons. Clark, he was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a three-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. James Jones comes in for Thompson, and it's Williams in for Irving. And they double up James. So it's Atlanta now. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Williams. That's good.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his three-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
Guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Schroeder kicks to right. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Shumpert against Hardaway. Feeds it to Schroeder. Puts up the baby hook. That's good. Scott's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
The drive by LeBron. Holiday with the block. 1 second left. Can't get it to go. And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks lead by 6. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was Jeff Teague setting the pace in the first quarter. He had 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they're generating points in the paint, which I like to see. Too often teams fall in love with the three, and the defenses can key on that. You want to keep your offense unpredictable, which is why you need to establish a presence inside. Once you do that, then you can play inside out, and you've got the defense right where you want it.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Without question, Jeff Teague displaying his skills today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it, to his credit.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Sefolosha in at the three spot.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Outside Teague. Horford high post. Top of the key. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And it's 9 points for Al Horford. Now here's LeBron. There's the pass to Cowan. Smith kicks to LeBron. Back to Smith. Inside. Here's Cowan. And he finishes nicer on the layup. 6 points for him. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Teague kicks to Millsap. Here's Horford. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
LeBron kicks to Thompson. Smith wide open. He fires. Hands it from downtown. Smith's got 11.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And there's the feed to Millsap. Outside Korver. Back to Millsap. Puts up the baby hook. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. LeBron with it. He's got 8. The screen from Thompson. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
With the pass. And here is Teague. Outside Korver. Outside Teague. Passes to Horford. Lets it go from 14. Again, the miss by Horford.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses. I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off to where they come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Here's T. He's got 9. Picked by Horford. Teague, the pass to Millsap. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now, around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
The Cavaliers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And both free throws, good for James.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Thompson outside. Smith for 3. The shot no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
And guys, you got to love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
Here's James. He's got 12. He dishes it to Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Teague. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Irving for 3. The long distance 3 is good. Irving's got 8. Well, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and shooting. Unlike San Antonio, Horford and Millsap a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled, big guys.
Hit by Horford. Teague can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Dishes to Smith. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Smith. The 3. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Picked by Horford. That is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 5 on the basket from Millsap.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's James. 12 points for him. Atlanta with the rebound. Millsap's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Teague dishes to Korver. He kicks it to Millsap. Buries the long-range jumper. Now just a 2-point Cavalier lead.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
LeBron kicks to Irving. And the dunk by James.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunk.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Outside Teague. Plays it up and banks it in. Teague's got 11 points.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Pass to Smith. Outside Irving. A 3. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Teague, the pass to Millsap, picked by Horford. Teague kicks to Horford. For the tie, he takes it up and lays it in. Horford's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Outside Irving. Second shot opportunity, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes. Again, does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Outside jumper. Smith dishes to Shumpert. Williams passes to Shumpert for the 3. Scott pulls it in. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, and you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Here's Smith. And that one's on target from the wing. Smith's got 8 points in the quarter. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Scott. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Outside jumper. Here's the 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Wright sets a screen. Fires the 3. Varejao grabs the board. Verejao's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Williams in the corner. Smith with it. Now here is Varejao. They get a hand on it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Varejao.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. First in scoring. First in assists. And they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Pass to Schroeder. Clock at 6. It's tipped, and he recovers it. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No good from outside. Cleveland's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. And Varejao kicks to Shumpert. Thompson against Scott. Outside Williams. Here's Shumpert. Back to Williams. .151 left here in the third quarter. The screen from Thompson. Back to Williams. Kicks it to Shumpert. Lets it go with the 3. Another miss by Shumpert.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Outside Hardaway. Shoots the 3. And he gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Williams kicks to Shumpert. From 10 feet out, Rebound by the Hawks.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Outside Williams. He feeds it to Varejao. Back to Williams. Tries from 10. Rebound Atlanta. Scott's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Holiday. No luck. Excellent D there from Williams. The Cavaliers trail by 3. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shumpert dishes to Varejao. Back to Shumpert. Cleveland moving it around. Smith the pass to Varejao. Here's Shumpert. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw, no good from Shumpert. Hardaway kicks it over to Schroeder. From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Atlanta. They lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Hawks leading. They've got Kyrie Irving. LeBron James is out there with Jones. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Cowan in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. That's his first personal foul. Korver dishes to Sefolosha. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Sefolosha's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Atlanta. Irving with it. Outside, Jones. Back to Irving. Now the dish to Jones. 5 on the clock to tie it up. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Jones. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. And here's Schroeder. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Korver kicks to Horford. Feeds it to Schroeder. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ahead, here's James. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. He's got 14 points and 4 assists as well. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
Clark, it's a rarity when you've got a guy that can just do it as well as he does on both ends.
And guys, everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Cavaliers trailing. On the wing, James. Smith outside. Left side, Irving. 5 to shoot. The shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Schroeder. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Millsap against James. Puts up a 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Schroeder. No good. Good D by Jones. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Atlanta calls timeout. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
All right, Doris. Back to Korver. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Look at his contract, and Kyle Korver is a steal, Clark, at 4 years and $24 million.
Yeah, but he's a guy not only who can shoot it, clearly, but a good team defender as well. I think he's a really solid, complete player and a pro's pro in terms of the locker room.
It seems when he's on the floor, the Hawks a different team offensively.
No question.
To the inside. Here's Cowan. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And Korver, not the longest or the most athletic, but he's disciplined and also moves his feet well. So they talk about staying on a string defensively. He's always attentive and engaged.
The kick out to Irving. Shot clock at 6. On deep, James. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Teague, the pass to Horford. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And Korver, a guy who'll set a hard screen, scrap for rebounds. He's come from a basketball family. You can sense, though, his love for the game. He wants to do the little things now that help you win, and that's one reason why he was an all-star a season ago.
The score now all even. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Smith right side to take the lead. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Hawks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Outside Teague. And there's the pass to Millsap from past the arc. And Irving pulls it down. Irving's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's LeBron. Down low. Cowan. Millsap covering. Cowan. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Outside Teague. Horford sets a screen for Teague. Korver kicks to Sefolosha. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Cavaliers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Irving against Teague. The feed to Thompson. On the wing, James. Back to Thompson. J.R. Smith on the wing. To take the lead. Atlanta with the rebound. Korver's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Millsap. Good on the three-point shots. And it's a 5-point Atlanta lead.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Now LeBron. Down low. It's deflected. And stolen by Horford. Plays it in off the breakaway.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Passes it to Cowan. The kick out to LeBron. On the wing, Irving. And they get it. And Horford pulls it down.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Teague against Smith. That's a 2 from Korver. No up. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. James outside. And Thompson kicks to LeBron.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting in Cleveland, LeBron James. At the line for 2. No good on that one.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Thompson outside. Irving from long range. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Clock at 2. Off the inbound pass. That doesn't go in either for Irving. The Hawks leading by 8. Teague dishes to Horford. In the corner, Sefolosha with it. From 12 feet out. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. He dishes it to Irving. To the middle. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And, guys, last season was a painful one for Anderson Varejão. He had finally shaken the back injury that sidelined him the year before, signs the multi-year contract extension with the Cavs,
things were starting to look up. But only 3 weeks later, he tears the Achilles and was ruled out for the season. You talk about a tough break.
And the second free throw, good. And adding insult to injury, certainly, Greg, as you were talking about, Varejao played well at the start of last season. Shooting 56% from the field. Clark, I think he was over 70% from the line. Those were career highs.
Yeah, and a terrible blow for Varejao and the Cavs because of that injury, the Achilles tendon. But it led to the deal for Mozgov, and that's worked out quite nicely.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Varejao. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Now here is Cephalosha. Millsap a screen on Varejao. Outside T. Korver kicks to Millsap. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
LeBron James on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
Cleveland's gone over and over to the 3-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. LeBron kicks to Varejao. Thompson passes to James. Cephalosha with the steal. To the paint. Here's Teague. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And finished off by LeBron.
Good job there by Varejao setting that screen.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're leading by 4. 1:30 left in the fourth. Irving against T. Thompson with the rebound.
He blew the easy 2 by Profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Wasted no time on that one. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're ahead by 2. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. High arcing shot, and he lays it up and in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. LeBron with it. This is to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Baseline jumper. Great D that time from T. He kicks it to Cephalosha. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Outside T. Pass to Millsap. Double team on Millsap. And here's Korver from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark. So It's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so they foul intentionally.
Shooting for Cleveland, Jeff Teague, 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 6. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
Here's the 3.
And this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Timeout called Cleveland. They trail by 5. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
Irving kicks to James. Beyond the arc. But they get it back. The shot is off. And so it's Atlanta with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, plenty of battling out there tonight. At what point did the team start to really respond in terms of trying to stay on top of the momentum in this game?
It all started the second half. We didn't do a good job the first half. We let them hang around. But, you know, at least we reacted better the second half. This is one of those games that we just have to, you know, will our way to win this.
You toughed it out, Al. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Jeff Teague.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
When it comes to Jeff Teague, there's an aggressiveness to his game that allows him to be a difference maker. He's always going to be the one who dictates the pace of the game. I love that about Teague. He's just as skilled at orchestrating for his teammates.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.